What food comes to mind when you hear Thanksgiving dinner? Turkey? Stuffing? Pie? Did you ever wonder, were any of those foods actually eaten on that first Thanksgiving meal more than 4 centuries ago? The answer is probably not. The celebration of 1621, known today as the First Thanksgiving, was a 3-day event carried out by the Wampanoag and the Pilgrims to celebrate the successful harvest. In looking through the archives of prominent pilgrims, historical cookbooks, and archaeological remains, scholars have been able to piece together some of the foods that were likely on the menu. Here's the headline: turkey was not the focus of the historic meal. Instead, wildfowl like goose or duck likely made up the main course. Other meats were also eaten, including venison and seafoods like eels and shellfish. The Wampanoag, an eastern woodlands people, had access to a rich and wide-ranging diet in the forest, including staples such as flint corn, beans, pumpkins, and squashes. A variety of chestnuts, walnuts, and beech nuts were also on hand to round out the spread. Popular modern-day dishes like mashed potatoes, bread stuffing, and pie didn't have a place at the table, for a few reasons. 1, pilgrims did not have butter or wheat flour for baking. 2, white potatoes, which originated in South America, and sweet potatoes, which are from the Caribbean, had not yet arrived in the colony. Notably, the attendants of the celebration didn't call it Thanksgiving, and neither did anyone until 200 years later. During the 1840s, Boston clergyman Alexander Young published a letter written by colonial leader Edward Winslow that described the meal. In his footnotes, he named the celebration the First Thanksgiving. Later, Sarah Josepha Hale, the editor of a popular women's magazine, lobbied unsuccessfully for 30 years before she convinced President Lincoln to make it a national holiday, which he did in 1863. Many dishes that we now associate with Thanksgiving dinner were recipes she published during her campaign. And the turducken? That didn't start hitting Thanksgiving menus until the 1980s.